Bring in Mike. Bring in Mike in 3, 2, 1, and mark. Hello guys, Zach here once again with another random map game, and today we're going to be continuing with the best of 5 series between TheViper and DauT. This is game 2, and the score currently stands at Viper 1, DauT 0. DauT lost the last game unfortunately, and as you are all aware by now, this is a Hun war, as these guys are doing a best of 5 Hun war between the two of them, and it is a friendly. There is no money at stake or anything like that. And yeah, let's see how it goes. DauT then today playing in blue over to the left of the map. Over to the top right of the map in yellow is TheViper. But a little bit hard to see on this map because the map is very beige, and Viper in yellow a little bit hard to spot out on this map. And yeah, it's very similar to the gold in colour. Very little difference there at all. You may have noticed the last video kind of cut off at the end. That is because I tried to film the achievements and it just didn't work for some reason. Oh, very nicely done there. Viper getting the first hit and DauT losing his scout. Not a good start for him, as now he has no real idea where the Viper is. Of course, the Viper could be up here or he could be down here. So DauT really doesn't know, and it's always important to keep your scout alive if possible, for obvious reasons. It's so important to scout, and we'll see the Viper gaining a very big score lead now due to the fact that he does have his scout, and obviously DauT doesn't have all of them. Viper and DauT just saying there he's gonna find his sheep or something for him if he doesn't kill his scout cavalry. But nevertheless, this scout with just 3 HP left, and now we'll see DauT's going to have a little bit of a tough time with the scouting issue, and Viper's score is going to rocket ahead due to his scouting. For the time being though, that is. Of course, it doesn't actually make too much of a difference at this stage what score is, because it's mainly just the scouting score. And nicely done luring his deer there to his town centre, and man, Viper just so much control over pretty much everything. DauT coming in with a drush, that's surprising. I didn't think he would do that, and I imagine the Viper didn't assume he would do that either, due to the fact that he did lose his scout. It's not very common to see drushing when scout is lost, due to the fact that obviously your opponent doesn't know where you are. DauT, of course, now with the score lead thanks to these 3 militia, and Viper already up to the Feudal age. Now it is time for DauT to do as much damage as he possibly can. Viper moving his scout over here, perhaps to protect his berries, but though his scout is very low on HP, so that probably isn't the case. DauT just coming in now from the side. He may be able to pick off a villager here. If not, he's at least going to be able to slow him down, and ooh, very closely done there. And Viper losing his scout, of course, but Viper is to the Feudal age already. He's getting a stable out, which means he's probably going to go for scout cavalries, very similar to the last game, only the situations or the roles of these players kind of reversed. Last time we had Viper drushing and DauT making scout cavalries. This time we've got DauT drushing and Viper making scout cavalries. Very nicely done, preventing these 3 villagers from working. Of course, not for too long though, as Viper is going to make it worthwhile. If he gets ganged up on one villager, he could lose it, but it's more likely that DauT is going to lose a militia here. This scout cavalry coming out for Viper now, and Viper going to be able to defend against this just fine. A spearman coming out as well, just in case DauT does decide to get some scout cavalries of his own out once he reaches the Feudal age. A very common strategy, well, maybe not with pros, but with intermediate players, is drush then fast castle. You'll usually see players drushing, keeping their opponents tucked away inside of their base, then fast castling as they have a much better economy going into the Feudal age, and walling and then breaking out with knights and cavalry archers. Though I doubt this is going to be the case, because DauT is actually creating more militias right now, so we could see man-at-arms. That is exactly what is going to happen. There's 6 militias coming out, and man-at-arms looking to get very aggressive early on. These 2 scouts won't last too long against man-at-arms. Obviously they have no melee armor whatsoever, and though the militia have less attack and less HP, there's going to be a lot of them, and once they're upgraded to man-at-arms, they are going to be a little bit of a force to be reckoned with. Man-at-arms, of course, can get through palisade walls quite easily, and there's the upgrade right there. Now 6 attack, and That makes them a little bit more formidable than the scout cavalries right now. So let's see what damage he can do with these guys. He may be able to get some real nice pickoffs on some villagers there. Of course, got to stay away from the town centre still. And now is the time to gang up on these scouts. Losing one, unfortunately. Very nicely picked off by the Viper there. And going to attack this palisade to try and get through. I don't know how effective he's going to be with this. And Viper is going to need a couple more scout cavalries to deal with this attack. He is creating one more scout cavalry and an archer, which will help to clear these up very nicely indeed. Having to move his villagers away from the deer patch and away from the berries for the time being, whilst DauT is on the prowl, I suppose you could say, and he's definitely going to take out this spearman if they decide to engage. No, very nicely brought away. Viper's micro is absolutely brilliant. He always gets his units away in time, and now the man-at-arms, obviously being a very slow unit, very prone to death from archers and arrows, chasing this deer away. I don't know if he's going to kill it. I thought he was going to kill it then, but no, just chasing it away. Not really for any reason other than to be a little bit awkward. That deer is, of course, going to return to its previous position anyway. And, yeah, quite a few gold collectors for Viper. Pretty standard. I imagine he's going to get, plenty of archers coming out now. Less scout cavalries, but of course the scout cavalries can be used to go and harass his opponent, whilst his archers stand on top of a hill at home and do what damage they can. DauT not looking to go for a fast castle though. He is going to start making some archers of his own, and it looks like we're going to see a pretty interesting feudal war with man-at-arms mixed in. And of course DauT not choosing to go with any scouts at all. Of course that means he is going to have more food to keep him going, and therefore be more likely to advance to the castle age first, though it's not 100% guaranteed that will be the case. Viper now coming in with some scout cavalries. He's going to be able to harass this gold. Very nicely done. Just releasing those archers in time and forcing him away. Not being able to pick off any villagers there. But he may be able to get a good pick on here. This villager is going to die, unfortunately, and DauT losing a villager there. Every villager counts, of course, because now Viper is going to be in the lead with his economy. Only just slightly, but it's enough to make or break a game, of course. And DauT does have a couple of spearmen out. I don't know if he's creating some more yet. 2 more spearmen going out, and that is the reaction that Viper does want to provoke, of course. If he forces DauT to make spearmen and doesn't lose any scout cavalries, then, as I say, it's all the better for him. Now, DauT moving out. He's got a pretty decent-sized army, I've got to say. Here comes the archers and men-at-arms. Don't know if he deleted that wall at just the right time. He's obviously got to get out, otherwise the archers will pick him off. And no upgrades on any of these guys just yet. Neither has the Viper, though he has just thrown down a blacksmith right there, which could mean fletching is being researched right now. Yes, it is. And DauT probably the same, as he did just build one over here. Fletching not done yet, and that means Viper is going to have a little bit of an advantage with these archers if they are even in number, of course, and he is going to be able to pick off these men-at-arms fairly nicely if he does manage to get in range, of course, that is. Bringing his scout cavalries back now. He obviously wants to protect his base. He is going to lose this spearman, but that's not too much of a problem, as he just wants to keep his wood safe for the time being. His wood collector's not actually gathering here. That's a little bit of a misfortune for him. He will notice in a second, though. These scouts just going to be able to chase things down, pick at them as they run away, of course. And DauT now with +1 on his arch, he's choosing the right time to attack. It looks like Viper will win this engagement, though, as he does still have a lot of archers at the back, though he has lost the scout cavalries. These guys are going to be able to make up for that, as he did have the superior numbers right here, and DauT losing his whole army in this situation, and the Viper now with a very nice score lead. Still, these villagers aren't collecting wood. I'm surprised to see him not mashing his full stop button a little bit more often, or his tab button. I think he uses tab for idle villager, actually. I can't quite remember. A third archery range coming down for DauT now. He knows he's going to have to get some more military out, just in case Viper does decide to push across the map and massacre his town, which could indeed happen, as he is going to be straight on the offensive now, on the counter attack, obviously. Not even gathering the sheep. I'm not sure why. Maybe they are DauT's sheep. He's going to send them back, perhaps. I've got no idea why he's just not gathering from them, but regardless, he is going to continue to push out with these archers and the skirmishers here, and it looks like DauT is going to do the same, but unfortunately for DauT, He's going to be outnumbered at his base right here. DauT actually throwing up a watchtower on this gold to keep it safe, but Viper going to come in at a very nice time indeed. He is going to be able to pick off some villagers here and definitely kill these archers. If it comes to it, this villager is dead. There's going to be another one being picked off very shortly, and these guys getting absolutely massacred right now. It's a massacre, and trying to get this watchtower up, but Viper very nicely positioned at the base here, and DauT losing way too many villagers. DauT, of course, coming in himself, trying to pick off some of Viper's villagers, but it's not happening, and he's just managed to get his watchtower up, but he's at the base, so he's pretty safe at the moment. He's on stand ground, and this watchtower can't hit him, so he managed to kill off a lot of villagers there, and DauT not even being able to use his watchtower to its full effect. Of course, trying to take off some of Viper's villagers as well. Not having such good luck though, managing to take out one, maybe two. That could be two there if he does get in range. Not deciding to go pick off that one, but he is going to micro and run away by the looks of things, as he is weakened. And now, of course, the Viper can just sit pretty here, prevent DauT from gathering gold once again. And it just show how important gold gathering is and how important it is to keep your gold safe. Unfortunately, DauT was a little late getting that watchtower up, and there we go. Unfortunately for DauT, unable to really do so much, using his villagers, getting in there with them, trying to take out the archers and skirmishers with his villagers. He's going to be able to do just that, and Viper is going to lose his army here, though it's not too much of a problem for him, as he denied DauT so much gold that whole time that he is in such a better advantage, such a better position right now. DauT even going with the 4th archery range, so he's pretty much committed to staying into the feudal age, but Viper is already up to the castle age, and 2 more archery ranges coming down for him, which makes it 4 apiece. And Viper gonna go for the cavalry archers, I imagine. His gold has been safe this whole game. DauT hasn't even found his gold, I don't believe. No, oh no, he doesn't know where it is, but he's not decided to attack here. Viper not even putting a watchtower up on that thing. He knows he's very safe, and he's got quite a lot of archers, so we could see crossbowmen coming out as well. Though, let's just have a quick look. He's continuing to make archers, yes, so we'll probably see crossbowmen upgrade before we see any cavalry archers, which does make more sense, as he's already got the army, so he may as well upgrade it and make it a lot more stronger than it already is. Plenty of gold collectors, and he needs a little bit more wood, I think, to sustain production, though he has just built 2 more archery ranges, and well up to the castle age, whilst DauT is far from it. It looks like to me he is going to continue to mass up these feudal units. We saw what happened last game. Let's hope it's not a repeat for DauT, as that would be very unfortunate for him. He's going to be able to pick off a villager or 2 here, perhaps, which would be very nice. He's going to try and get even, but Viper is just about to advance up to the castle age, and DauT will be a little bit worried for what is to come. Continuing to make a lot of archers. DauT, of course, going to reinforce himself just momentarily with some more skirmishers over this side, but if Viper does micromanage as well as he does, the skirmishers will still be ineffective. His micro is absolutely incredible. Continuing to build archers, of course, losing a couple of villagers here, but it's not too much to worry about, I don't think. As soon as he gets castle, he will upgrade to crossbowman. He wants to just keep his army out of harm's way until he can get these upgrades. Of course, the more valuable his upgrades will be, the more units that it affects. There we go, crossbowman being upgraded right now. DauT getting a bit close to this town centre, wants to get back from there, and we may see more archers. We may see perhaps more some cavalry archers, but Bodkin Arrow is on the way, as well as the crossbowman upgrade, which will of course allow Viper to clear this army up in a matter of moments. Knights coming out as well. Knights, of course, just to finish up with these skirmishers, and Viper once again gaining a huge lead. There we go, Bodkin Arrow being researched, +1 armor already, and crossbowman also, which does mean he has got a huge advantage going against this feudal army. Cavalry archers coming out, of course, they do have the speed necessary to run across the map and inflict serious damage to DauT's economy. DauT still very far from the castle age. He is going to be a little while, and he is continuing to produce archers, but of course archers just do not cut it when it comes to fully upgraded crossbowmen. I imagine he'll be getting the 2nd archer armor upgrade when he can afford it. and he will probably do that if he's continuing to make cavalry archer, and he does have a lot of them as well. And it looks like DauT is going to really struggle to hold this off. He's got a lot of skirmishes here, so the micro from Viper is going to be extremely important. Otherwise, he will lose a lot of crossbowmen to these skirmishes, regardless of the fact that they are fighting uphill. He will have the numbers to deal with them, but great micro as usual. Going to be able to kill off a few more than DauT in this situation. Cavalry archers coming in to reinforce. DauT, of course, just trying to patrol up to the top of the hill and keep his units pummeling Viper, I suppose. He is again going to lose a lot of units, but he is probably going to hold Viper off here. It's hard to say. These guys are doing an absolutely brilliant job picking off the archers from behind. Of course, they are the more expensive unit, and it makes more sense to pick off the gold units first than the skirmishers. And he will probably be forced back off of this hill, but DauT taking significant losses, and his score says it all really. 500 score behind right now, and Viper doing a very great job indeed, getting up to the castle age at just the right time. If he holds these skirmishes off, he is going to, of course, be able to push over across the map with his cavalry archers and do some real damage to DauT's economy. His wood at the back very easily attacked, and DauT's going to try and reinforce a little bit more, but Viper dealing with everything that DauT has so far in this game. He has played it absolutely perfectly, and 55 population to 63. DauT does have the army advantage, or indeed the economical advantage. It's hard to say right now. He is going to have to get up to the castle age pretty soon though. At least this game, his economy is a lot more balanced than it was before. He has got a much more balanced economy. He doesn't have way too much wood than he should have. And he has got quite a bit of gold, though, I've got to say. And just chasing Viper around now, regrouping his army. And Viper may be able to go and harass some villagers, kill off some villagers right here. We'll have to wait and see. And another stable going up for the Viper, so we're going to see a few more knights perhaps. And this is again looking to be a repeat of last game, where Viper just too powerful too quickly, and very hard to deal with cavalry archers in the castle age with only a feudal army coming around the side. DauT getting another watchtower up on his wood right here. He is going to be able to hold Viper off, it looks to me. If he can take out the spearmen, then he may be in a much better position, but he is going to be able to pick off a couple of villagers here, which is very nice for him. The watchtower, of course, not able to attack at its base, and DauT pushing through again with more skirmishers. This is where Viper needs a few more knights. Indeed, he is creating a couple more knights. We'll be able to just absolutely own these skirmishers up with no crossbowmen, or sorry, no archers mixed in there. Viper will be able to kill these skirmishers off really quickly with these knights, and out they come. I do like how both these players do not wall though. It's very nice to see a very little walling, and it's always fun to try and counter what your opponent may have without walls. It just makes it more interesting, I've got to say. Tim, of course, is a known waller. I would say Tim is a pretty big waller, and he will be playing Viper in the Masters of Arabia tournament coming up, so we'll have to see how Viper does against a waller, and DauT doing a GG right there. He knows he's too far behind to catch up. These knights, of course, will absolutely own these skirmishers up, and DauT just too far from the castle age to be able to do anything. Again, a fairly imbalanced economy, I'd say. A lot of gold right there. He could continue to make a lot of archers, but it doesn't cut it against the cavalry archers and the knights that the Viper could get out. So 2-0 for the Viper in this best of 5. DauT will need to win the next game, otherwise it will be over in 3, though I'm sure he has something up his sleeve for us. We'll have to just wait and see. As usual, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to try and film the achievements now. Hopefully it works, as it didn't last time. We'll have to just wait and see. So if it doesn't work, thanks for watching. I've been Zach. I'll see you next time. And if it does work, then we're in luck, it will seem.